right, lots of ground to cover. Let's bring in CTV's Kamil Karamali, standing by in our national newsroom in Toronto. He's been looking at it all, assessing some of the damage, some of the pictures coming in. They really speak for themselves, don't they, Kamil? All that destruction.
Absolutely. Destruction and death, Todd. We're now hearing from our American affiliates, multiple affiliates now reporting that the death toll has climbed to 11 at this point, now hitting the double digits. As you mentioned, the death toll is expected to continue climbing as people are looking for their loved ones, are trying to find and call whoever they can to make sure that they are safe. But not everyone, obviously, is getting the good news that people came out of this alive. You mentioned the Category 3 storm when it made landfall at the Siesta Key, Florida. It weakened to a Category 1 as it cut across the state. Now, the state, rather. 5 of the 11 deaths have been confirmed in a county north of Palm Beach on the Atlantic coast, where officials say tornadoes touched down. Now, those numbers have been fluctuating. The White House saying that there were a total of 38 tornadoes that touched down across the state, but we're hearing as many as 45 could have been seen or spotted or detected within the span of that hurricane hitting Florida between last night and this morning. We know that more than 3 million homes and customers are still without electricity throughout the day today, and roughly 11 million people are still at risk of flash flooding and river flooding. As you heard from President Biden there, that, in a lot of these cases, we do see more deaths after the hurricane has touched down, on the day after rather than during the event itself. Now, we are hearing that, there are still records being broken. For example, near Tampa Bay, there is more than 18 inches of rainfall that's been detected. They're calling that a 1 in a 1,000-year event. Also looking up at the skies, we know that roughly 3,000 flights have also been canceled and delayed. And as you mentioned, Todd, just running through that laundry list of damage and destruction and records being broken, it's hard to imagine that it could have been worse. But Ron DeSantis saying it really, they did avoid a worst case scenario. Have a little listen to what he had to say.
Doesn't mean there's not going to be a lot of damage. Doesn't mean there's not going to be a lot we're going to have to contend with. But just in terms of what we were prepped for, I think that we probably have an abundance of resources. My sense is we'll probably be able to release a lot of the search and rescue resources that we've had on hand very soon. And then just get back to getting everybody back online with power, making sure the gasoline's flowing and everything.
And we also heard from President Biden, Todd, that the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, is, assisting right now financially and with bodies on the ground to help with the cleanup. And that cleanup, we're hearing from Hurricane Milton, could cost insurers as much as $100 billion is the early estimates, Todd. So now the aftermath, a lot of work to be done. As you can see here, we also saw a crane falling near Tampa Bay or in the Tampa area, a crane toppling and hitting a building, and the roof of Tropicana Field, where the Major League Baseball team there plays, also ripped to shreds. So just the damage there, you can see jaw-dropping as we're getting more and more pictures and a clearer image of just exactly how devastating Milton was.
Kamil Karamali with the big picture on what's going on. Thank you for this, Kamil.
You're welcome, Todd.